As oil and gas prices continue to surge, energy companies are saying that increased regulation from the White House has left them unable to help with the rising prices. Here to react, Texas Congressman Austin Pfluger. Good morning to you, sir.
Good morning, Carly.
All right, so we wanted to have you on for a very specific reason. Your district is one that has the largest oil and gas producing region in the nation, and the president says that that we have to rely on OPEC for this, that there's nothing that can be done in this country. And now he's even saying that gas companies need to be investigated. Can the president do something to decrease the price of gas?
Well, the president has done everything in his power to stifle production. You know, we've seen an all-out war and an assault starting with the cancellation of the Keystone Pipeline. Meanwhile, he has green-lighted the Nord Stream pipeline. And let's just get the facts straight. At this time last year, there were 312 rigs actively drilling, and right now there's 556. That's about a 75% increase. And the pandemic was terrible. There was a demand destruction. And you're right, I represent one of the most prolific oil and gas producing regions in the world. That's the Permian Basin. And what we say there is it's Midland over Moscow. It's Odessa over OPEC. But what the president is saying is that he wants foreign production, and he has an all-out assault through every policy that you see. So the American public is not buying any of this rhetoric. It's just complete nonsense.
With that said, Congressman, is there anything that the oil industry can do to knock down prices a bit, or is this all in the hands of Joe Biden and the administration?
Well, it really is, and it's a perfect storm because of the pandemic, because when you look at capital markets and the access to capital, the ESG, environmental, social, and governance scores that a lot of the institutional lenders are using, with pressure from the Biden administration, with pressure from the left, makes it very difficult to access that capital. And then you factor in the labor shortages that are very difficult to get people to come back to work. And it is a perfect storm. Oil and gas companies are doing everything in their power to increase domestic production. We were energy dominant at the beginning of 2020, and now at the beginning of 21, the president has done everything in his power to completely stifle production, and he's asking OPEC to increase production when we can do it right here domestically.
Another topic that's really affecting Texas is the border issue, and we're learning that there is another large migrant caravan of about 10,000 people marching towards the border. It's expected to begin today, and this is happening as President Biden is going to meet with the Mexican president and the Canadian president later today, and he was originally supposed to. We know that the border issue was going to come up, but now apparently he's going to have a meeting with these leaders and not take questions from the American people. What's your reaction to that?
Well, it's not surprising, and it's so disappointing. I mean, first off, he's almost 25% into his first term. I mean, this is November of his first term, and this is the first meeting that he's had in person. What he should have been doing was meeting with the Mexican government, just like President Trump did, and he should have been coming up with solutions, or just do nothing and leave the Remain in Mexico policy there. And you see these activists, I mean, they draw a larger crowd than President Biden does, with thousands of people following them. We need the president to go to the southern border. We need him to see and hear from Border Patrol agents who are putting their lives on the line every single day. It's crisis after crisis that he keeps leading us into. And this one's real. 2.1 million people illegally entering this country, drugs, crime, human trafficking. It's such a sad situation, and yet he's doing nothing and won't take questions.
We have been waiting for him to act for a while now. Will this be another wasted meeting with North American leaders? We will see. Congressman August Pfluger, thank you for your time this morning.
Thank you.
Hi, everyone. I'm Brian Kilmeade. I want you to do me a favor. I want you to click to subscribe to the Fox News YouTube page. This is the only way that I know for sure that you're not going to miss any great commentary, any great news bites, any great interviews coming your way on Fox. You can get it all here on YouTube. So subscribe right now.